Welcome to the Mayhem News Live Wrestling Broadcast with your host, the Man in Black, a.k.a. Team Lives. Each week we're here talking about the wrestling headlines and covering everything from Impact Wrestling to SmackDown. Join us each Tuesday via MayhemNews.com and the Mayhem News Live YouTube channel. You can subscribe to both and keep up with wrestling news and our show. Welcome to the Mayhem News Live Wrestling Broadcast for 9/9/2014. I'm the Man in Black, a.k.a. Team Lives. Last week, I did not do a show. I was rather busy with some other things, and wasn't really feeling well, so I kind of took a week off. I apologize for not notifying everybody. I was kind of waiting on a couple of news stories I thought, and it kind of just went away. It's WWE, so Anyway, there's a lot of people talking on the net and YouTube that people are actually still chanting CM Punk. I mean, they're fans, but you can't blame the fans. You can't blame people that like CM Punk, for chanting his name. I think it's truly funny that a lot of the crowds are getting so bored with. The fans are going to be fans. Fans are going to enjoy. They're going to want to see a wrestler that they know that they know has left. But they're gonna want a person to come back, even though they've gone. Triple H has parted ways with WWE. He made his money. He made his fame, and now he's ready to move on. But the fans are, the fans are going to chant, because first of all, I think it's funny that, when WWE stuff gets so boring that they literally said, well, wait, let's chant for CM Punk. And you can pretty much bet that CM Punk's sitting at home watching. And we know he's watching because he's basically sent, his lawyers have sent a thing to WWE about use of his likeness, and, there may be a legal battle between him and WWE coming up about them using his picture, using his face, his likeness. I'm pretty sure that doesn't apply to video games, because I'm pretty sure he's getting paid pretty good, a little chunk of change for that. But it's similar to what happened between Owen Hart's family, and WWE, except CM Punk's not letting it go as far. They're pretty much, he must pretty much jumped on it pretty quick. And it could get ugly. It really could. And from what I've heard. Yeah, there was some good English. From what I've heard, CM Punk is not one to play when it comes to legal stuff. So we'll just have to see. Daniel Bryan apparently does not require additional surgery. Brie Bella actually said this on her Twitter and during an interview. That he is in therapy and is gaining strength in his right arm. And you kind of worry when you have somebody who has a neck injury. You think of Edge, you think of people that's had to quit because of neck injuries, and you kind of just have to, but at least he is gaining strength in his right arm, which is good. So we wish Daniel Bryan the best. And we kind of miss you on TV, because what's going on WWE TV right now is, there has been some, now we don't like to use this word around here very much, but there has been some rumors that a WGN has showed interest in TNA, but since they were the one that canceled WWE in the past, most people are saying that this is just a stupid rumor. Somebody wanting to get WGN some free press. I don't know. Everybody knows that I particularly don't like Brock Lesnar. Not because of what he's done in the past, as far as when he was actually the beast and he was actually, on top of his game before he went to MMA and got that ridiculous ass tattoo on his chest. Anyway, But they're talking about Big Show, which if they're talking about Big Show, that means that Cena's probably going to lose against Lesnar. Of course, because we hate Cena movement, can't stand to have Cena as a. And I'm getting to the point where, don't get me wrong, John Cena's a great wrestler. I think he still should be getting the pushes he's getting, but it's time to change WWE. Make him a heel. Get it over with. The kids are going to follow him no matter what. They're going to buy his stuff because, hey, he's John Cena. But if it is truly Big Show versus Lesnar, let us see the Big Show. Let us see the Giant. This will make an interesting match because Giant versus Beast. That would be awesome. But if you're going to punk him out and let Lesnar beat him and to prove that Lesnar is the Beast incarnate. Sorry, Paul Heyman. I get tired of hearing you saying it. It's just going to be another bathroom break. And there's a lot more peeing and crapping in WWE television shows now because there's a lot of people going to the bathroom and flipping the channels and watching something else, and DVRing it so they can skip past the crap, which means a lot of fast forwarding. And if you, I don't know, it's almost as bad as TNA actually showing interest in Del Rio. And from what I've read about Del Rio is a smart man. I would see, if I was Del Rio, I would see more potential in the AAA or AAA down in Mexico than I would the WWE. I mean the TNA, because that TNA is it's a ship afloat, but it's held together by pool noodles, and it's gonna come loose. It's gonna fall if somebody doesn't pick them up on TV. TNA will be gone. They will become basically a rather large independent wrestling show because they don't have a main TV. If their stuff was really, really good, Indy would not be bad. That would not be a bad move. Because they have the same crap and the Carters are still running it. And if something falls, I predict, now you heard it here first as far as I know, I predict if TNA falls, Global Force Wrestling will rise to take its place. And I truly believe that they will make TNA look even worse when they do get on TV. Mark my words. Because you got to remember who's running it. Jeff Jarrett started TNA. Okay? Jeff Jarrett made it what it was. And then the Dixie Carters and all this come in and literally just, screwed it up. So, and many people are tired of the Bella. I'm not really tired of the Bella storyline. I was actually shocked that they didn't have them break up anytime sooner. What I am tired of is it keeps with Daniel Bryan out. There's a void in the storyline. They had this stupid thing where somebody said that they were cheating. He was cheating on her. That was a stupid storyline. That was stole right out of TNA, the AJ Styles and Bad Company. Bad Influence storyline. It was stole right out of it. Except instead of Bad Company or another group, another tag team or another star, it was Stephanie McMahon. Here's my advice to WWE. Now, if you're listening, you should do that every week. If you aren't, and somebody tells them what I said, here's what you need to do. Stephanie is a McMahon. She's been on TV since, God forbid, she is eventually going to take control. Vince McMahon will eventually be out of the picture. He will eventually do like his dad. He will step out of the way. Triple H needs to quit using, and Stephanie along with him, the WWE to try to make himself relevant. The minute you shaved your head, you became unrelevant. You stopped being the game and began to be someone that just can't let go of the spotlight. You want to start wrestling again? You want to be the game? Then stop being in a suit. Stop telling everyone that you're in charge and be a wrestler. Because you're not Stone Cold. You can't do both. Okay? Whether you want to believe it or not, you're not anything. To be honest, there's not many in the WWE right now that could carry Stone Cold's jockstrap. Okay? So you need to quit using the WWE. You need to stop using the WWE to try to get that last little bit of fame, that last little bit of spotlight. And I know you don't care about the internet wrestling community, but there will come a day where you will. And you will say, you know, if I might have been listening to them people, we might still be on top. Because just because you are a giant in the industry does not mean that you can't be toppled. Why don't you go ask Goliath what happened when he thought that he was unstoppable? Okay, it only takes one instance to make you look less than what the company look less than what it is, and you will fall. Why don't you ask Ted Turner? Ted Turner and WCW beat you for week upon week, week after week after week. 13 weeks at least. And ask him. He was on top. It only takes one incident. That's all it takes. One incident. So you need to quit trying to be the game and be Paul and take this company where Vince McMahon expects you to take it. That's what we want. Now, whether you're listening or not, one day you will. One day you'll go back and listen to all these YouTube. I am a wrestling fan. I have been watching wrestling since before some of these new people were nothing more than a gleam in their daddy's eye. When it gets to the point where I want to DVR it and not watch it live, you're doing something wrong. Literally. You're screwing it up. You're doing something wrong. When I get more out of watching stuff on the internet, that includes stuff from your past, the stuff from ECW and all that on the network. That's the reason why the network is worth $9.99, because the crap you're putting on TV ain't worth crap. Literally, it's not worth it. If I had to pay for WWE programming right now, you'd be broke. I would rather pay for stuff that I know that's good, which is 90% of the stuff that's on the network, than what I'm seeing on TV right now. Now, if you're like me and you're dissatisfied, now, you can't count WWE out, okay? They have in the past, okay? They will learn, they will adapt, and we will get better stuff. So, I'm not advocating just stopping watching, okay? But they need to know that you're not satisfied with what you're seeing on TV. But in the meantime, if you want to watch some good stuff, and you in some ways you have some money to spend, okay, not much, because some places don't have it on actual taped, okay, you can actually go to blizzardbrawl.com, and this is the home of Great Lake Championship Wrestling out of Milwaukee. Shout out to David Hero and Damien Nelson. I've actually went to their show. It was one of the first indie shows I ever went to. Excellent. They have a lot of stuff on tape, and it's really not that expensive. I don't think they have anything where you can access it online. They may have some things you can search that stuff and see if you can find where people have posted. I have actually posted some stuff on this channel, video from their show. So if it's not here, I will check it and I will put a link in the bottom to my other channel or move the video one or the other. You can also check out ROH. Now, ROH has a fee. You have to be a member. It's not really that high. It's not really that annoyingly high. If you're trying to watch it on TV, 9 times out of 10, and it's really not their fault. I think it's the networks that they're putting it on. It's hard to find. It really is. And a lot of times they show reruns, even though there was a new show. So, also, Remix Pro Wrestling. If you don't know who this is, Chance Prophet. I talk about him a lot. I did an interview on Mayhem-News.com. You can check him out. You can also look him up. That's Chance Prophet. That's just Chance and Prophet, two separate words. Check him out on YouTube. He does some of the best promos, in my opinion, in the business. Why this man does not have some kind of contract with some large company, I have no idea. Apparently, they're all stupid. And my message to Jeff Jarrett is right now, you need to pack your bags, and you need to drive to West Virginia or wherever he's at, and you need to beg him to sign a contract, because everyone deserves a chance. Hashtag. Oh yeah. Hashtag. Also, Vicious Outcast Wrestling is another one. They actually put stuff on YouTube. You can watch some of their stuff on it. And Chance actually wrestles there too. So, and there's a whole list of other ones. The best thing to do is to go on Google and type in independent wrestling. And there is just loads of stuff that you can watch until WWE decides to pull their head out of their ass and decides to produce good TV. But there are some good stuff on WWE, but it's very few and far between. If anything was like the last Raw, if this Raw is like the last Raw, they just need to quit. Well, that has been the show for today. I will also be doing a gaming series sometime I'm going to do a little review of Assassin's Creed 3. It's not going to be good. Anyway, also, always look at the end of my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, for one. I appreciate the subscriptions. And if you do check me out on Mayhem-News.com, always follow me on YouTube, because, I know it's the same thing, but I do other things besides the YouTube videos on Mayhem-News.com. But if you follow me on YouTube, you're going to get all three, okay? You get the gaming stuff and anything else I put out. But always look at the end of my videos. I have several affiliates, sponsors, BustedForAutism.com, FightDisabilitySlurs.com, which is me and my wife's. Actually, it's FightDisabilitySlurs.wordpress.com. You can also check out Throttle, who is giving the music that you hear at the beginning and the end of the show. That is actually our theme song, New Blood. It's by Throttle. They have stuff. I've got links to their stuff. You can follow them on Facebook. You can download their songs off of iTunes. Also, we like to give a shout out to Blast 52, which is an Irish band that we love to listen to. You can check them out on YouTube first and listen to some of their videos. You can also follow them on Facebook, but you can also buy their stuff if you like their music on iTunes and Amazon. That has been the show for the day. I am the Man in Black, a.k.a. T-Mib Lives, and this has been the Mayhem News Live Wrestling broadcast for 9/9/2014. We will be seeing you next week, and don't forget to subscribe and check out my gaming series sometime this week. Thank you.
Welcome to the Mayhem News Live Wrestling broadcast with your host, the Man in Black, a.k.a. T-Mib Lives. Each week we're here talking about the wrestling headlines and covering everything from Impact Wrestling to SmackDown. Join us each Tuesday via MayhemNews.com and the Mayhem News Live YouTube channel. You can subscribe to both and keep up with wrestling news and our show.